What's going on, everybody? Ed Zoller, Teachers Can Buy Homes, with your Funday Monday winner results. Hey, what do you call a possum who goes back for seconds on soup? A marsupial. Anyway, bad jokes, I know. Today's video, I've come to a realization that my Funday Monday winner results, it's more about the video. I appreciate all of you answering the questions, and whether you get it right or wrong, just playing along, I'm going to put you in the running for it. Today I want to go over many things. I think I have more things to talk about than once a month. So what I'm going to start doing is I'm going to start posting on my YouTube channel. My YouTube channel is super easy. If you go on YouTube and type in Ed Zoller, my name, Ed space Zoller, you'll see an old picture from 35 years ago of my face on it. And right now, most of the videos on that are my daughter's dancing or testimonials from clients who close on their homes. I'm going to actually have a playlist of in the field moments. I used to do that years and years ago, and just talking about house issues that's happening. We're coming up to summer, and the biggest issue and the thing I get the most calls on is AC. So we'll get to the winter results at the end, but for this thing I'm going to talk about your AC and kind of a 4-step checklist you can do now that the summer's coming up, that you can make sure you can avoid any kind of overcost or charging from AC companies, stuff that you can just do yourself and you don't have to be a mechanic or anything else. So let me get to a couple pictures on that. All right, so you come home, it's 90 degrees inside your house, you're flipping out because it's hot, you're worried about not being able to sleep. Step one is I want you to go check your condensation pan. That is what one looks like. Now, your AC might be up in your attic, it might be in your house in a closet, or it could be stuck up in your garage. But underneath that is this metal pan. So if you have to get up and hoist yourself up on a ladder, I want you to take a look inside that pan. And if there is any water whatsoever, then your condensation line, this line that's coming off the pipe here, that is clogged. Do you see this little device? Newer ACs are going to have float valves. They're going to have one in the pan and one here. If this condensation line backs up from the outside, water will hit this float valve, it'll turn off your unit, and it will not work, and your house will be 90 degrees. So the easiest thing you can do is you go outside, you buy yourself a $50 wet dry vac. An AC company told me at 90% of his house calls, a wet dry vac solves those issues. You attach that wet dry vac to the end of this hose, you create a nice tight seal. I use wet towels to create that suction, and turn that thing on for 15 minutes and see what kind of stuff comes out. Another thing is, if not a lot does come out at all, you may want to start feeding water into the pipe itself. Now, a lot of you will have a little cap that you can pull off, or you can actually pour it straight into the pan, because this will drain out as well outside, unless you have an inside unit and it doesn't drain anywhere. But you should have a cap that you could pour water down to create that kind of push-pull effect, so that the wet dry vac sucking out and the water's pouring into it, and you might actually unearth gross jello looking stuff, which is called slime mold, which is, I find, the #1 cause. It happened to me, it's going to happen to all you guys as well. That comes out of that pipe. So that's step one. Step two, I would have you go out. Once you're outside, I want you to grab this black pipe. Now, this is outside your unit. Let me see if I can show it to you. It comes from your outside the house, and it's an insulation tube. If that thing is frozen solid with ice, it is super cold to the touch, well, then you're low on refrigerant. You will need to call an AC guy to put more refrigerant into the unit, as you probably have a leak somewhere. All it takes is this line right here to have a hairline crack. See the corrosion on that thing? If that refrigerant leaks out, it has a lot of oil in it, so it'll look like oil stains are dripping everywhere. That is an issue. They need to re-weld this, redo a new pipe, and then this will unthaw itself. Also, if you notice, even with this, you see those rips and tears? It's supposed to look like a pool noodle. So also check while you're outside to see if your foam is getting ratty with the age and the sun. Is it tearing apart? Is it separating itself? Like, no wonder this thing froze over. This is an insulation tube, no different than a black pool noodle. They cost like $10 at Lowe's. But you can actually go and make sure that this thing is completely solid. with tubing insulation, just like this. This is what happens over years and age and weathering and outside heat. That pool noodle just undoes that. This will start collecting and sweating. This pipe is super cold, hot outside, creates mold and mildew as well, and it makes your AC unit run a lot farther than it should. Okay, get away from the camera there. So that's just a little tip about AC. Of course, you want to check the breakers as well before you call an AC company. They tend to charge like $150, and of course your AC is going to kick out on a Friday night at midnight, and you're worried about sleeping the next day. So before you panic, those are things that you can check yourself. A wet dry vac, if you don't have one, please buy one today. Lowe's, they usually have Father's Day specials, $40, $30, $40. You might use it 2-3 times in your lifetime, but if you do not clean out your AC condensation line ever, it will clog, it will back up, and it will suck all that water into the unit when it's on. It'll corrode the insides, and your AC will not last longer than 8-9 years. ACs can last 15, 20 years if you baby them by just doing these little annual maintenance things. I am going to have my end of the year spring maintenance on your house, which is I'm going to go through my house step by step. I'm going to try to splice that video. But anyway, let's get to the winter results. I have my die. I have 8 slots on the Plinko board. You guys are used to this. I'm going to put it in slot 1. My finalists today are Gladys Gonzalez, Ashley Deal, Noreen Botcher, and Lisa Patodi. In the first slot, as the die said so. It's probably going to drop, right straight back down. Take it, Gladys Gonzalez. We're going to be getting a gift card from me. I'm going to send this video out Thursday morning, so I will send that video, the gift card out to you, Gladys. Thank you for playing along. Please I'm not trying to look for subscriptions or do monetized things, but if you want to subscribe to my YouTube channel, I'm going to start putting in mostly real estate related housing things. There might be a little tidbit, but my daughter's graduating college. So sorry for this coming out late in the month, but we just have a lot going on with our daughter graduating and moving on to college. So we'll have more videos going up on my on my YouTube channel. I'm going to be posting more things on the Teachers Can Buy Home site as well. And of course, if you guys have any questions about anything, marketing conditions, I track all this data stuff and give you an idea of what's going on with the market. Please do not hesitate to call me. Ed Zoller, Teachers Can Buy Homes. Look forward to chatting with you soon. Bye-bye.